Hey everybody, Steve Wicks here. Welcome to the Member Spotlight, BlackBusinessList.com. Today I am so excited because we've got one of our awesome dynamic members, Cassandra R. Hill, and she's going to be joining us, telling us what's going on and what's happening with her. So let me go ahead and bring her on. Miss Hill, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you, Stephen?
I'm doing fantastic. Good to see you again.
It's
So
so glad.
I think go ahead.
I'm glad to be here with you. Thanks for the
Absolutely.
invite.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I think it's been a couple of years now since we spoke the last time,
Yeah,
right? So tell me
yeah,
what's been going on. You're a transformation agent for women, right? And so,
yeah. That things have changed. Now I am the transformation agent for Black women, and I
okay,
unapologetically support Black women in achieving that emotional and mental well-being we deserve, right?
yes, yes, yes.
And when you think about everything that's going on in the world right now, you hear the 92%, the 92% that's still being talked about as we speak. And Black women, one thing we do, um, oftentimes to our own detriment, we take care of everybody.
Mm,
We
yeah.
make sure everybody's good. We make sure the spouse is good, the kids are good. For those who working in corporate, we go there, we bust our butts. A lot of times we're not valued or appreciated. We're not earning a wage that equals the talent, skills, qualifications we bring to the table.
Hmm.
And with dealing with all that, it's normal for us to be in a state where we feel stressed and overwhelmed, and I'm here to change that.
Okay, yeah. You know, that's very interesting that you say that. I remember thinking, I'm not going to say who, but there's somebody in my life, and there's multiple people actually in my life that had the similar dynamic where they became pregnant, right, very
Mhm.
early in their life. So whereas I had the opportunity, I went to college and I was in college and I was just doing things that young black guys do in college, hanging out and this other person, this woman, became pregnant, and at a very early age, she was tied to that child and that this responsibility, right? So this sense of, you know, she was a child, she grew up, then got pregnant very early. And so this person is now middle aged, right? But their entire life was about responsibility, taking care of somebody else. They never had really a time of freedom to just kind of, discover who they are or explore different things. It was all, their life has really been about taking care of this child. And then when the child got older, their parent became ill, and so they had to transition from taking care of their own child to taking care of their parent. So this caregiving was just a continuous thing for this person for a very large part of their life. And I think there are a lot of women that go through that. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah, I would tend to agree. And I want to shout out my mother, Lorraine Hill, because she got pregnant with me her senior year in high school.
Okay.
And she raised me and molded me and to be the woman I am today. So I want to shout her out. And I know she made a lot of sacrifices for me, and I thank God for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is our normal. And when you think about us as Black women, when we're doing all of that, it's really easy for us to not 100% love ourselves
Mm,
because we're not spending enough time with ourselves to even know ourselves, right? And so if I don't fully know me, it's going to be hard for me to love myself. And if I don't love me, I will attract people, whether it's personal relationships or even professional relationships. I will be attracted to relationships where I'm not loved or valued. And right now, this is a real, it is epidemic in the Black community. When you think about Black women, 45%, I'm going to say that again, 45% of Black women experience domestic abuse from their intimate partner. That 45%, that number is based off women who report, women who call the National Domestic Abuse Hotline.
Yeah.
And just think, there's a good chance, I don't know about you, but I know I've been in unhealthy, toxic relationships and never picked up a phone.
Mm. Yeah.
So if it's 45% was reported, how many go unreported?
Yeah.
Over
A lot. Yeah.
half. I'm saying over half of us experience domestic abuse. And that's why self love is so important. Self love is that foundation for us having the life we desire, having that emotional and mental well being. Because when I love me, it affects every aspect of my life.
Yeah. I think it also kind of goes with your role models or your lack of role models. Sometimes they're for instance in my life, I remember watching my parents, observing my parents, and saying, I think I want to do things this way because I saw what they were doing and I said, I don't think I like that. I'm going to do this. And so what a person sees is very important in terms of how they react in their adult life. And if a person is just seeing dysfunction, then, I don't know, it's hard for them to kind of find their way if they don't get that intervention to say, there is a different way to live than what you're living right now. So how do women kind of what do we do to help those women in that case?
Yeah. This is why mindset is so important. Whatever we tell ourselves, that is our reality. Our brain, the way the brain functions, it does not know fake from reality.
Hmm.
So whatever you tell this brain, you will believe it. And even right now, if you feel like, oh, I'm just an average woman, I'm not doing anything great, you're gonna believe that, but no different than if you tell yourself, I am a queen, I'm deserving of greatness. Repeatedly, it's not a one-time thing, but repeatedly, affirmations. This is why I love affirmations. They're so critical in setting that foundation of feeding your mind that positivity as well as offering that emotional support. And if you're looking for some affirmations to get you started, please be sure to check out my worthy affirmations. You'll find them there on my blog, as well as so many other resources to support you on your journey to emotional and mental well-being. But go there to my blog and check out those worthy affirmations. Use them daily. I know some women, they do it multiple times a day when they're first starting, and then as time goes on, you can decide if you need it just once a day or maybe a few times a week. But
Hmm.
it's a really great way to remind yourself of just how valuable you are.
Yeah. And you mentioned that. Is that on your website, the blog and the affirmations?
Yes.
All right, so
Yeah.
let's go ahead and pull that up. So we got your website here. It's CassandraRHill.com. And
Yeah.
I just want everybody to see it. And again, you can find Ms. Hill also in the BlackBusinessList.com directory. You can search for Cassandra Hill, or you can go directly to CassandraRHill.com. And so, yeah, that's a very nice website, by the way. Nice colors.
Thank you.
Yeah. So anything you want me to point out while we're here on the site?
Yeah, like I said on the blog, and y'all, I am so honored for the people who've been following me on the blog. I appreciate each and every person. I'm so humbled and thankful. This year, my blog has been recognized by FeedSpot. It's number 11 in holistic wellness, 13 in Christian health and fitness, and that's based on blogs across the United States. I want to thank each and every person who has subscribe to the blog. If you're watching right now and you hadn't subscribed, you're missing out. Free game on the things that's going to help you not only with your emotional and mental well-being, but also I know in this community there's a lot of entrepreneurs, so resources to help you as an entrepreneur as well, whether it's grants,
Mm,
resources to establish that business credit, obtain lines of credit, all sorts of things that's going to support you as an entrepreneur you'll find there on my blog. So head on over, get that free tea. And there is some opportunities for a nominal fee where you can get some resources to really up level for a reasonable investment.
okay. Okay. I see you got some books here. Um,
Yes. Yeah, I'm looking at that one there at the end, the love letters to my girls. All of them are my babies. But that love letters to my girls, it hits me.
mm,
Uh, 100 black women, actually a little over 100 black women. We came together to do this anthology.
mm,
It's all about us loving ourselves, knowing our worth as black women. This is the book that every single black woman should have in her arsenal. This is the book. You remember being a young woman at heart, right? Or are you still maybe young and getting that love letter from your significant other and you just feel those butterflies?
mm.
Well, this letter does that with us.
Okay.
We wrote to ourselves on what we need to realize we are Black queens.
Wow.
And so in each section, you'll find um, it's letters on worthiness, it's letters on realizing who we are as Black women, just digging a little into our culture. But I promise you, after reading a love letter every single day about us as Black women,
Hmm.
you gonna know.
Okay. So
You
that's a
are
good gift for a
amazing.
young woman then. Yeah.
Yeah, so it
Absolutely.
makes a great gift, brothers. If you got a girlfriend, wife, sister, really great gift that's gonna help her for many years to come.
Okay. Yeah, that's yeah, I would love to talk about that book too, especially during Black Friday this year comes up, and I think that'd be good. Any of these books, I'd probably let's see, you got Kneeling at the Throne, and then He Restoreth My Soul, Triumph Through Adversity.
Yes,
Good stuff.
He Restoreth My Soul, Triumph Through Adversity is my devotional. It's a 28-day devotional that I wrote after having a miscarriage and going through a divorce. I just wanted time to focus on my personal healing. And so I found myself every day doing writing, writing having a scripture being revealed to me and then just write my thoughts on it. And never would have thought. You just never know what life has in store for you. Quick story how this book came to be. I was speaking at an event when Ayana Van Zant Of course, everybody and their mama is
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
Yana in the house, right?
Yeah.
And so publishing company there, and they're looking for new authors. It We have a conversation. They reach out to me. We have a conversation, and they were like, "Do you have any writing samples?" I said yes. Gave them the writings from what I was writing after my own healing journey. Those writings, they was like, "No, this isn't a sample. It's a book." So that's how He Restored My Soul became
Wow.
a living, breathing thing out here in the world.
Well, that's awesome. And let's see, you got speaking engagements. You do speaking as well.
Yes, I am a keynote speaker. I speak, um, of course, here in the States, and I don't mind hopping on a flight doing international as well. I've been fortunate to be in a couple places overseas. Normally, I'm speaking on uh, inspirational topics, motivation, entrepreneurship, but yeah, you can find uh, my expertise
Mm-hmm.
there on the side and fill out that questionnaire. Let me know what type of event you got going on, your details. Generally, I need to know the dates, of course, in person, virtual, your budget for a speaker, and we go from there.
Awesome. Awesome. So we got books, we got speaking, we got the recognized blog that's been recognized. What is that nationally recognized blog? And yeah, so this is awesome. This is all at CassandraRHill.com. What made you so? What made you decide to kind of go all in on helping women?
Yeah. Well, Stephen, the last time we talked, I worked primarily as a wellness coach and holistic health practitioner, and I have enjoyed doing that. It
Okay.
was a wonderful thing. However, God did give me a different assignment. Uh, Sometimes we wonder why things happen. I know for me during the pandemic, I had a lot of quiet time. I don't know about you, but I wasn't going out and about as much. And so during that time, uh, I started noticing different things about who I was even attracting as far as my target audience. And then as time went on, I'm like, okay, you overcame these challenges, whether it was systemic lupus, um, getting out of corporate. A lot of these experiences were tied to how you show up in the world as a Black woman.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to make a difference. Not that I don't, work with other people, but I know for my community,
Yeah.
we need it the most. Black women, we need it the most. And so that is what caused the shift and me deciding like, okay, um, it's time. And what's so crazy, I don't know about you, Stephen, but sometimes other people see things before you even see it,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
And so my friends, I would have friends who would reach out to me, "Oh, Cassandra, I'm trying to figure stuff out in my business, and you're gonna have a Zoom with me, and we're gonna have to strategize, strategize and everything." I'm like, "Girl, I'm not a business coach." But unbeknownst to me, God was preparing me for,
This journey.
this
Yeah.
season that I'm in, as life would have it. I did end up going back to college, graduated from Cornell, receiving my certification in women's entrepreneurship. and as well as becoming a master life coach and getting certifications as a life coach. And but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you just gotta trust God and be willing to take a walk of faith.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's scary, but it's so worth it.
Yeah. And, you know, a lot of people don't see the connection between having a healthy mentality and having a healthy business. But it's very difficult to lead a successful business when you have issues. You got to work those things out, you know, so that you're, a healthy person, has a better chance of succeeding and surviving the journey of entrepreneurship, because it's very, very difficult to succeed in business. It's not as easy as some people may think. There's a
Yeah.
lot of self doubt, a lot of, always competition. There's difficult customers, funding. There's a lot that you have to deal with. And so the healthier you are as an individual, the better chance you have to kind of weather the storm and succeed. So,
Yeah, I agree. Totally agree. Your most valuable asset. What's your most valuable asset as an entrepreneur? You.
yeah.
Without a healthy you, there is no business.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't believe me, think about Madam C.J. Walker.
Mm,
We admire her. She paved the way for so many Black women and just the Black community in general. However, her untimely death, uh, a lot of it was due to just poor
yeah.
lifestyle choices.
Mm, mm,
So even if you work yourself to reach those 6, 7 figures, if you're not around to see it, what's the point?
yeah. That's what they say. Your health is your wealth, right?
Yeah,
You have
yeah,
to take care of you definitely, mentally and physically.
yeah.
Yeah. So, well, it looks like you've been up to a lot. Since the last time we talked, and I want everybody to make sure they reach out to you and send you a note, and just there's an opportunity. Cassandra, I don't know if you're going to be able to join us, but every Wednesday at 12 noon Eastern, I think that would be different for your time zone, but we're going to just come together and try to do some virtual networking. And then also on Friday evenings, we're developing a time where we'll probably go live on Facebook and YouTube, and just try to hang out there as well. So,
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, seeing everybody there. And if I can be of support, um, definitely feel free to reach out. As I mentioned with the blog, lots of exposure. I've been fortunate to work with major corporations, highlighting their products, services like Rise Mushroom Coffee, like Anthro. But guess what? Those opportunities aren't just for those big brands. So let's get networking. And we can have that conversation because I am open to partnering with small businesses as well because when you win, I win.
all right. Well, thank you, Cassandra, for joining us. And members, remember, reach out to Cassandra. Sandra, thank you.
Oh, it was a pleasure, Stephen. Thanks again for the invite.
All right. We'll see you.